Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something very simple. Why do you still feel afraid to speak English even after studying it for so long? You know many words. You know the grammar rules. But the moment you want to speak, your voice disappears. Your mind goes blank. Your heart beats fast. Today, I am going to show you the real best way to talk in English. Not from books, not from difficult rules, but from real life. A way that anyone can follow, even if you are a complete beginner. And if you stay with me till the end of this video, I promise you one thing. Your fear of speaking English will start to disappear. Let me tell you a true story that may feel very close to your heart. There was a student who studied English for many years. He went to school, memorized grammar, learned long vocabulary lists, passed exams, and even got good marks. But every time he had to speak English in front of someone, his hands started shaking. His heart beat very fast. His mind went completely blank. The words that he studied for years suddenly disappeared. He felt ashamed. He felt weak. He felt like a failure. Maybe you have felt this too. You want to speak, but fear stops you. You start thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if they laugh at me? What if I look stupid? These thoughts grow bigger and bigger inside your mind until your mouth completely closes. You remain silent, even though you know inside that you can speak at least a little. This pain is very common among English learners. And the truth is this. Most people think they fail in speaking because of weak vocabulary, bad grammar, or low intelligence. But that is not the real reason. The real reason is fear and the wrong way of learning. Fear controls your voice. Fear blocks your confidence. Fear makes simple sentences feel impossible. And the wrong method makes you a silent learner instead of an active speaker. Most students learn English like a school subject. They open a book. They study tense rules. They memorize long word lists. They write exercises. They underline mistakes. They do everything except speaking. Their brain becomes full of information, but their mouth stays untrained. It is like reading about swimming for 10 years but never entering the water. You may know all the rules of swimming, but the moment you jump into the pool, your body panics. In the same way, many learners know English in their head, but not in their speech. This is the big difference between knowing English and using English. Knowing English means you recognize words and rules. Using English means you can express your thoughts with your voice. Knowing is silent. Using is active. And language lives only when it is used. Here is a very powerful truth that changed my life and the lives of thousands of learners. English is not a subject. English is a skill. Just like riding a bike, just like driving a car, just like cooking food. Think about driving. Can you learn driving only by reading a book? You can read all the rules, watch many videos, and learn every sign. But the first time you sit in the driver's seat, your hands still feel nervous. Your feet feel confused. Why? Because a skill is learned only by practice, not by memorization, not by theory, only by using your body. English is the same. Your tongue, your lips, your ears, and your brain must all work together. This coordination only comes with real use, not with silent study. Many learners become stuck in a dangerous trap. I call it the illusion of preparation. They keep preparing and preparing. They say, "First, I will learn more vocabulary." Then they say, "First, I will complete this grammar book." Then they say, "First, I will improve my pronunciation." Months pass, years pass, but they never truly start speaking. They feel busy, but they are not moving forward. Deep inside, they are waiting for the perfect moment when they will feel fully ready. But that moment never comes. Because perfection is an illusion. No one in the world ever feels fully ready to speak a new language. You feel ready only after you start speaking, not before. Let me tell you something very important in simple words. You do not become confident and then speak. You speak first, and then confidence comes. Confidence is not the beginning. Confidence is the result. Many people wait for confidence to arrive before they open their mouth. But confidence only grows through action, through broken sentences, through mistakes, through small courage. Every time you try to speak, even if you speak wrongly, you are building confidence silently inside yourself. Every mistake you make is a small teacher. Every awkward moment is a small lesson. But if you stay silent, nothing grows. It is completely okay to be slow. It is completely okay to make mistakes. It is completely okay to start from zero. Every fluent speaker on this planet once spoke their first broken sentence. Every confident speaker once felt shy. Every strong voice once trembled. You are not behind. You are exactly where you should be. The only wrong step is not starting at all. Language is not learned in one big jump. It is learned in thousands of tiny steps. Each step feels small, but together they take you very far. The biggest danger for an English learner is not poor grammar. It is silence. It is waiting. It is postponing. It is thinking. One day I will start speaking seriously. That one day becomes months, then years. And slowly, the dream feels heavier and heavier. But the moment you decide to speak today, even one sentence, everything begins to change. Slow change is still change. Weak voice is still a voice. Broken English is still English. The only English that does not improve is the English that is never spoken. You must also understand this deeply. People are not waiting to judge your mistakes as much as you imagine. Most people are busy with their own fears. When you make a mistake, they usually understand you. Often they respect you for trying. And even if someone laughs, that laughter cannot stop your growth unless you allow it to. Your future confidence is more important than someone's temporary reaction. So in this first chapter, I want you to take one powerful idea into your heart. Do not chase perfection. Chase practice. Do not wait for readiness. Start with fear. Do not measure yourself by how correct you are. Measure yourself by how brave you are. From today, your goal is not to speak perfectly. Your goal is simply to speak. Now that the misunderstanding is broken and the fear is exposed, the next chapter will show you the very first real step to start talking in English from today, even if you are a complete beginner. Before you can speak well, you must learn how to listen well. This is a very simple truth. but many learners ignore it. Think about how a baby learns to talk. A baby does not open a grammar book. A baby does not memorize vocabulary lists. A baby only listens, day and night. To the mother, to the father, to people around, to sounds, to voices, to emotions. For many months, the baby only listens. And then one day, the baby speaks one small word. How did that happen? It happened because the brain learned the language through the ears first. This is exactly how your brain also learns English. Listening is the foundation of speaking. If your ears are not trained, your mouth will struggle. If your brain does not recognize English sounds naturally, your speaking will feel forced and slow. That is why many learners say, "I know English, but I can't understand native speakers." The problem is not intelligence. The problem is lack of listening practice. Your brain learns a language in a very natural way through repeated sounds. When you listen again and again, your brain starts to notice patterns. It starts to recognize how words connect. It feels the rhythm of English. It feels the music of the language. You begin to understand sentences without translating them in your head. This is very important. You do not need to understand every single word to improve. Many learners stop listening because they don't understand everything. They feel frustrated and they quit. But this is a big mistake. Understanding does not come first. Understanding comes later. First comes familiarity. First comes exposure. First, your brain must feel comfortable with the sound of English. Just like when you listen to a new song. At first, the lyrics feel unclear, but after a few listens, suddenly you recognize the words. That is exactly how English works in the beginning. Let me show you how to listen in the right way, in a very simple and practical way. You don't need difficult materials. You don't need expensive courses. You only need simple, clear daily input. Start with short videos. 1 or 2 minutes is enough. Choose videos where the speaker talks slowly and clearly. Watch the same video again and again. Do not rush. Then listen to slow conversations. These are very powerful because they show you real English that people use in daily life. Simple podcasts for beginners are also great. You can listen while walking, cooking, or resting. Songs with clear lyrics are also amazing. Music makes learning emotional and enjoyable. Choose slow songs at first. Read the lyrics. Listen again. Sing along if you can. And one of the most powerful habits is repeating the same audio many times. Not 10 different videos in one day. 1 or 2 videos many times. Repetition is the key. Repetition is what trains the brain deeply. In the beginning, English may sound like noise to you, just fast sounds without meaning. You may feel like everyone is speaking too fast. You may feel like you will never understand. This feeling is normal. Do not be afraid of it. This is a stage that every learner passes through. I passed through it. Thousands of learners passed through it. But then one beautiful day, something magical happens. You suddenly recognize a whole sentence. You suddenly understand a phrase without translating. You suddenly notice a word you heard many times before. That moment feels like light. It feels like your brain is waking up. This moment does not happen because of talent. It happens because of listening again and again. This is the reward of patience. And when this moment comes, your motivation grows very strong. You feel hope. You feel excited. You feel that English is no longer impossible. Now let me teach you one of the most powerful techniques for both listening and speaking at the same time. It is called shadowing. Shadowing is very simple. You listen to a short sentence and you repeat it at the same time as the speaker, like a shadow follows a person. You copy the voice. You copy the speed. You copy the emotion. You copy the pauses. At first it feels hard. Your tongue feels slow. Your mind feels confused. But after some practice, your mouth starts to move naturally with the speaker. This method trains your pronunciation. It trains your listening. It trains your speaking confidence. All at the same time. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to follow. Shadowing is like dancing with the English language. You don't think too much. You just move with the sound. And slowly, your voice starts to sound more natural. Many learners ask, how much should I listen every day? My answer is very simple. Even 10 to 15 minutes every day is enough if you do it consistently. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Listening for 3 hours one day and then stopping for 6 days is not effective. But listening for 10 minutes every single day can change your English very fast. Your brain loves daily habits. Small daily input is like water for your language tree. A little water every day makes the tree grow strong, but a lot of water once a week is not as powerful. What matters most is not how long you listen in one day. What matters is that you never break the chain. Every day, even if you are tired, even if you are busy, give your ears some English. Even a few minutes is enough. You can also use listening to fight fear. When you listen a lot, English starts to feel familiar. When something feels familiar, it feels less scary. Fear grows in the unknown. Confidence grows in the familiar. The more your ears hear English, the less your heart will fear English. At first, your brain may feel tired. You may feel headache. You may feel confused. This is not a bad sign. This is a sign that your brain is working. It is building new pathways. It is adapting. It is learning. Don't stop at this stage. This is the most important stage. If you stop now, you lose the growth that is about to begin. Another beautiful thing about listening is that it teaches you natural English, not book English, real English. You learn how people really speak, how they shorten words, how they connect sounds, how they use simple sentences to express big ideas. Many learners speak very slowly because their English is built only from books. But when you listen to real people, you learn the natural flow. You learn how English breathes. You learn how English lives. This makes your speaking smoother and more confident later. So from today, make listening your daily friend. Do not listen with pressure. Do not listen with fear. Listen with curiosity. Listen with patience. Let English enter your ears gently, day by day. Do not force understanding. Let understanding come naturally. You are planting seeds in your brain. You may not see results immediately, but one day those seeds will grow into confidence and fluency. Now that your brain is learning English through the ears, The next chapter will reveal how to activate the mouth and start speaking without fear. Now we come to the most important part of your journey: speaking. Many learners listen a lot, read a lot, study a lot, but they still remain silent. Today, I want to show you how to actually start speaking English, even if your level is very low. And the first and most powerful tool is something very simple: talking to yourself. Yes, talking to yourself. This is not strange. This is not crazy. This is smart. When you talk to yourself, you create a safe place where no one judges you, no one laughs at you, and no one interrupts you. It is only you and your voice. You can start with very small sentences. When you wake up, say in English, "I am waking up." When you brush your teeth, say, "I am brushing my teeth." When you drink water, say, "I am drinking water." When you walk, say, "I am walking." When you use your phone, say, "I am checking my phone." These sentences are very simple, but they are powerful. Every time you describe your real life in English, your brain learns to connect English with action. English stops being just words on paper. It becomes part of your life. And when language becomes part of life, it grows very fast. At first, talking to yourself may feel slow and uncomfortable. You may stop many times. You may forget words. You may feel shy even though no one is watching. This is normal. But something beautiful happens with time. Slowly, your brain stops translating from your native language. Slowly, English words start coming directly. This is called thinking in English. In the beginning, thinking in English feels heavy. It feels tiring. It feels like your brain is walking with weight. But if you continue, one day the weight becomes light. One day you notice that English words come without effort. You don't translate anymore. You simply think. And that moment is a big breakthrough in fluency. Thinking in English is one of the strongest signs that your brain is accepting the language as its own. This does not happen in one day. It happens with daily use, little by little, step by step. Now let me give you a very simple daily speaking routine that anyone can follow, even the busiest person. You don't need hours. You only need 10 minutes. Start with 2 minutes of self-talk. Just speak about what you are doing, what you see, what you feel. Then 3 minutes of repeating sentences from a video or an audio you listen to. Copy the speaker. Repeat slowly. Then 2 minutes of describing objects around you. For example, this is a chair. It is brown. It is near the table. Then 3 minutes of answering simple questions out loud. Ask yourself questions like, how was my day? What did I eat today? What will I do tomorrow? And answer in simple English. This small routine, only 10 minutes a day, can change your speaking faster than you can imagine. The secret is not time. The secret is daily action. Your mouth is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. If you don't use it, it stays weak. There is no other way. Let me share a very emotional moment that almost every learner experiences. The first real-life conversation. The first time you speak to a stranger in English and they understand you. That moment is unforgettable. Your heart beats fast. Your voice shakes a little. You speak slowly. Maybe you make mistakes. Maybe your pronunciation is not perfect. But the other person listens. They understand. They reply. And suddenly you realize, I am communicating in English. That feeling is powerful. It fills your chest with pride. You feel taller. You feel stronger. You feel that all your effort is finally working. That one small conversation can give you more motivation than months of silent study. And once you taste this feeling, you want more. You want to speak again. You want to improve. You want to grow. This is why speaking is so important. It gives life to your learning. Now let's talk about the fear of mistakes, because this fear stops more people than any grammar book ever could. Many learners remain silent because they are afraid of saying something wrong. They think mistakes mean failure. But this idea is completely wrong. Mistakes are not shameful. Mistakes are necessary. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Every child who learned to walk fell down many times, but they never said, "Walking is not for me." They stood up and tried again. Language is the same. You will fall with words. You will trip with sentences. You will confuse tenses. But every mistake teaches your brain something new. Fluency is not built through perfect sentences spoken in silence. Fluency is built through broken sentences spoken with courage. Silence never teaches. Speech always teaches. People's judgment is another fear. Many learners think, "What will people say about my English?" But the truth is, most people respect effort. And even if someone judges you, that judgment lasts a few seconds. But your growth lasts a lifetime. You cannot stop your future because of someone's temporary opinion. Your voice is more important than someone's thoughts. Every time you choose to speak despite fear, you become mentally stronger. Fear loses power when you stop obeying it. Courage grows when you keep acting even while afraid. There is another beautiful secret about daily speaking. When you speak a little every day, your confidence grows quietly. You may not notice it immediately, but others will. One day someone will say, "Your English sounds better." And you will be surprised because inside you still feel like a learner. That is how real progress works. It grows silently and shows suddenly. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You become ready by speaking. Speaking alone is powerful. It builds the foundation. It trains your mouth. It trains your brain. But real confidence comes when English becomes part of your everyday life. When you start using it with real people in real situations, that is when English truly comes alive. And this is what the final chapter is all about. How to live in English every day and turn your whole life into your classroom. Now this is where everything comes together. This is where English stops being just something you study for a few minutes a day and starts becoming a natural part of your life. This is how you turn your whole life into an English classroom without stress, without pressure, and without fear. You don't need to change your life for English. You only need to invite English into your life. When you cook, you can think in English. I am cutting onions. I am boiling water. I am adding salt. When you travel, you can read signs in English, think about directions in English, and describe what you see in English. When you use social media, you can follow English pages, read comments in English, and even write small comments in English. When you walk, you can talk to yourself in English. When you rest, you can listen to English. Slowly, English stops being a lesson and becomes a habit. And when something becomes a habit, it becomes easy. Let me show you some very practical and simple ways to live in English every day. First, watching movies the smart way. Do not just watch for entertainment. Watch with purpose. Choose simple movies or series. Turn on English subtitles. First, just watch and listen. Try to catch the general meaning. The second time, read the subtitles carefully and notice new words. The third time, try to repeat some lines. Pause and say the sentence out loud. You don't need to repeat the whole movie. Even a few lines are enough. This method improves your listening, reading, pronunciation, and speaking at the same time. Slowly, your ear becomes sharp. You start understanding more without subtitles. That moment feels amazing. Next, using songs to improve pronunciation and vocabulary. Songs are one of the best teachers, especially for beginners. Choose slow, clear English songs. First, just listen and enjoy the music. Then, read the lyrics. Notice new words. Listen again, and try to sing along. Don't worry about being perfect. Singing trains your mouth in a very natural way. It helps you feel the rhythm of English. It helps you connect emotion with language. Many words that you forget from books stay in your memory forever when you learn them through songs. Music makes learning easy and joyful. And when learning is joyful, it becomes faster. Reading simple stories out loud is another powerful habit. Do not start with difficult books. Start with very simple stories. Children's stories, short articles, or easy English books. Read slowly and loudly. When you read out loud, your eyes, brain, and mouth all work together. You improve pronunciation. You improve sentence structure. You improve confidence. Even 5 minutes of reading out loud every day can make a big difference over time. Sometimes you will make mistakes while reading. That is good. That means you are learning. Correct yourself and move on. Writing a short daily diary is also very powerful. You don't need to write long essays. Just 3 or 4 simple sentences every night are enough. For example, today I woke up early. I went to work. It was a busy day. I felt tired but happy. That's it. Writing helps you organize your thoughts in English. It teaches your brain how to build sentences. It improves your grammar slowly and naturally. When you write daily, you start to see your progress on paper. You can look back after 1 month and feel proud of yourself. Using English in small messages and comments is another easy step. You don't need to write big posts. You can write simple comments like, "Nice video," "Thank you," "This is helpful," or short messages to friends in English. These small actions may feel tiny, but they build confidence. They train you to use English in real communication. They show your brain that English is not only for studying, it is for living. Now let's talk about goals, because this is where many learners feel scared. Many people say, "I want to be fluent," but this goal feels too big. It feels far away. It feels heavy. And when a goal feels too big, motivation becomes weak. Instead of big, scary goals, choose small, daily goals. For example, today I will learn 3 new words. Today, I will speak for 5 minutes. Today, I will listen to one short audio. Today, I will write 3 sentences. These small goals are easy to achieve. And every time you achieve one, you feel good. That good feeling gives you energy for the next day. Small wins build strong motivation. Motivation is not something you wait for. Motivation is something you create through action. Progress feels invisible when you look at it day by day. You may not feel much change tomorrow or next week. But if you keep going, one day you will look back after a few months and you will be surprised. You will realize that you understand more. You speak faster. You are less afraid. You are more confident. That progress did not come in one big moment. It came from many small, quiet moments, from many small daily efforts. This is the real secret of long-term success. And then comes a very powerful emotional moment. One day, you suddenly realize how far you have come. You remember the time when you were too afraid to say even one sentence. You remember how your heart used to beat fast. You remember how your voice used to shake. And now you are speaking. Not perfectly, but clearly. Not fluently, but courageously. You can express your ideas. You can understand others. You can communicate. That moment touches your heart deeply. You feel proud. You feel strong. You feel grateful that you did not give up. That moment gives you a belief that stays with you forever. The belief that you can grow. The belief that you can achieve difficult things. The belief that you are capable. And this brings us to the final and most important lesson of this journey. English is not just a language. It is a tool. It is a tool for confidence. It is a tool for connection. It is a tool for freedom. It is a tool for opportunity. Through English, you talk to the world. You share your thoughts. You learn from others. You open new doors in your life. Fluency does not come suddenly. It is not magic. It is the result of small daily efforts that never stop. Day after day, step after step, word after word. If you continue to listen, speak, read, and write every day, even a little, English will slowly become a part of you. One day you will not say, "I am learning English." You will say, "I use English." And that is the true success. Never stop. Never give up. Your voice matters, and the world is waiting to hear it. Before you go, I want to speak to you from my heart. If this video gave you even a little hope, if it made you feel that you are not alone in this journey, then stay with me. Subscribe to this channel so we can walk this English journey together, step by step, day by day. Like this video if it touched your heart or helped you understand something new, because your small support gives me big strength to create more lessons for you. And please write a comment below and tell me your biggest fear about speaking English. I read every comment, and your story may help someone else feel brave too. And if you know a friend, a brother, a sister, or anyone who is struggling with English just like you, share this video with them. Let's grow together. Let's learn together. And remember, you are not alone. We are all on this journey together, and I believe in you.